you guys, it's Channon Rose, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a story time about my experience with postpartum depression and anxiety, and kind of just talking to you guys about what I went through after I had my daughter. And I'm pregnant again, and I'm hoping I don't go through the same thing. But before we get into the video, I want to thank Google for sponsoring this video. So Google has launched a mental health self-assessment that you can take yourself online. You go through a list of questions, and it basically lets you know if you are possibly suffering from postpartum depression. But not just that, it also gives you actual resources to phone numbers to call to get help. The questions are from a clinically validated screening tool that are by actual healthcare professionals, that it provides actual connections to relevant resources for us to get the help that we need. So if for some reason you are pregnant or you just had your baby and you're starting to feel symptoms that you think might be related to postpartum depression, or you're just feeling off, I would highly recommend to go onto Google and take the self-assessment quiz. It's very quick. I did it myself. It takes like not even 2 minutes. And then, like I said, it gives you all the resources you need and connections to be able to get the help that you need. 1 in 9 mothers suffers from postpartum depression. It's really, really hard. If you have ever struggled, I almost like get emotional thinking about it because I feel so sad for like anybody else that had to experience that. It's already hard enough being a mom and taking on all of that, but to also be struggling from mental health. It's just so awful, and I think it's so hard to have to deal with that and to deal with it alone. Like, I just wish that I was able to get the help that I needed so that I could actually try to enjoy being a mom and having my newborn. Like I said, I'm gonna put that link down in the description box below, so feel free to use it yourself or share it with someone that you think might need it. I would also love to be able to open up the comment section and be able to have you guys share your experience with postpartum depression or anxiety if you're comfortable down in the comment section, so that we could just like kind of open this up and be there for each other and kind of support each other. So with that being said, I'm gonna share mine. So I went through quite a bit to get pregnant. As a lot of you guys know, my husband and I weren't able to get pregnant on our own. It took us years and years to get pregnant, and we shared that journey here on YouTube with you guys. I wanted to be a mom so bad. So when I got pregnant, I was ecstatic. It was the best thing ever. I had been waiting so long to be a mom, and I was just so happy to finally be a mom. But then I felt awful. I didn't know why. I think that was the hardest part, because I knew, like, Shannon, you've been trying to have a baby for so long and you're finally pregnant, and I'm not even able to enjoy it because I'm feeling so awful. I had already had anxiety prior to being pregnant, and I've had it my whole life, but it got so much worse when I got pregnant. I mean, I couldn't leave the house. There were childcare classes that I had signed up for that I didn't even end up going to because I was too scared, and my anxiety was so bad that like I said, I couldn't even leave the house. I was miserable, and I was alone, and I didn't have anybody, you know, to really help me with what I was going through. I did talk to my OBGYN about it and said, you know, I'm having really bad anxiety. And he was like, that's normal. This is your first kid. It's normal to be anxious. And I remember my water broke and going into the hospital, and I was so excited but so nervous. And I had such bad anxiety with the birth and everything going on. And I think like so many women get pregnant and give birth, and there's so many things that go on and that women suffer with when they're pregnant and then after they give birth that like we just don't know, because a lot of us don't talk about it, or we don't want to feel like we're complaining. And I remember after I gave birth to Snow, obviously I was in 7th heaven to have my little miracle child, but there was also this thing that I was dealing with that I didn't tell anybody about. It's hard to like relive those moments because I had just given birth to this beautiful baby that I had waited so long for. And I was so happy that she was here, but something inside me didn't feel right. I felt like I wasn't really able to enjoy her like I thought I would, or had imagined like in my mind. And I didn't even know like that I was experiencing postpartum depression. I had postpartum depression and anxiety, but I didn't know it. I think I just didn't want to admit it to myself because I thought like I was supposed to be so happy and excited. I'm a new mom. Little things that you think that you're going to feel like after you have a baby, it was just like in my mind, like that's what I'm supposed to be experiencing. And so I feel like these other feelings I was having of being like depressed and super anxious, like I wanted to hide. I didn't want anybody to know about them. And so I just didn't say anything. I just kind of suffered quietly with it. And it was really awful. And I felt like very alone. I wish that I had the tools to be able to reach out to someone and just say, hey, this is how I'm feeling, help me, you know? Because I didn't. I did nothing. And I just like hid it because I didn't want anyone to know that I was feeling that way because I felt like I wasn't supposed to be feeling that way. And I'm normally so like open about everything, but after I had Snow, like I wanted the focus to be on her. I just like was doing what I thought I was supposed to be doing and not giving the attention to me that I needed. I don't want other moms to feel like that ever. I don't think it's right. And I think that's why it took me so long to be able to share this, is because I was scared to talk about it. I had posted a lot of videos online about how hard my pregnancy was, and I got a lot of people being like, you know, you should just be grateful that you're even pregnant, you know. And so I was scared of like what other people would say. We should never be scared to share our feelings because of what we think other people are going to say or judge us. And so that's why I want to share. I know if it happens to me, it's happening to other people, and I know other people are also scared to share their story because of how other people might react. And I know I had a big audience of people that were also going through IVF and trying to have a baby, and I didn't want to upset them by my story of like having a baby and all the struggles I went through, and then being like, but I'm sad, you know, like even though I have everything that I've been dreaming and hoping for. Because I'm now pregnant again, I have actually had such a different experience this pregnancy and this time around. I'm able to actually enjoy my experience, and that's because I decided to get help. And so I really wanted to share my experience with you so that you know that you don't have to suffer, that there is help out there. And if for some reason one doctor is not able to help you, go to another one, because I had that problem. My OB at the time kind of wrote it off. We really have to advocate for our own health. And when you go to the doctor is there to help you. Don't be scared to tell them how you're truly feeling on the inside, because that's the only way that they're going to be able to help you. Doctors did not become doctors to judge their patients. They became doctors to help. Just know that there is help out there. I really just encourage you to reach out if you are experiencing this. Even if you think it's not postpartum anxiety or depression and you're feeling off still, reach out to someone, because obviously something's not right. And I really think that this Google mental health self-assessment quiz will really help. Google is also giving you those resources and links and phone numbers to say like, hey, these are the people that you can reach out to get help. Now, when you're Googling postpartum depression, you're gonna have this option to be able to take this quiz to see if you need help, and then, like I said, where to get the help. Again, huge thank you to Google for sponsoring this video. And again, I would encourage you guys, if you feel comfortable, to share your story down below about your experience with postpartum depression or postpartum anxiety. Let's open this up. Let's break the stigma. Let's be there for each other, and let's be kind in the comments. If you think that this video was helpful, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you think that this video could help somebody you know, feel free to share it with them. Thank you again so much for watching. I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in my next video. Mwah.